What's up, guys? It's Keith out here again. I am screen recording through my phone. I'm just on the eBay app, so I wanted to talk about the My Scan feature again and go through something else you can do with it besides just use it to price and list cards. I definitely have been using it to list all my sports cards. I don't think non-sport has been added, and a lot of the New Year stuff, like just release stuff, you have to search a little harder on. But most of your sports cards from years past or even earlier this year, and about anything from the past that I scanned recently has picked up in the system, and I've been able to find it and get a pretty accurate price for those cards. So with that said, let me show you another thing you can do by using this. And it's something that is very handy because I recently did a card show. It was a small show, but it was my first show that I've actually done setting up as a vendor. I usually just go and buy stuff, find deals if I can find deals, whatever. But I set up as a vendor, so I had to prepare a lot of product and price it out. I like to price my stuff, and then somebody grabs a handful, I'll say, well, you can give me this for that, whatever. So in pricing the cards, I'm pretty nitpicky on that stuff, so I want to make sure I get the right price and give them the fair enough deal on it where they're comfortable buying it. And I use eBay comps as my number one source for that. So I'm going to show you how you can use this scan feature, as I use it I did that for part of a day, filling up a couple of boxes worth of cards. But I'll show you how to use this feature now, and like I said, it really works well for that. So let's go right here. We're going back to my eBay on the app on my phone, and everybody's app's a little different, I will tell you that. My fiance's app hers is used differently than what I use. It's a different format. So, and my phone is from the ancient times, so I'm a firm believer, and I don't have to spend money on a phone very often. This phone I've had for almost 4 years now, and it still works good. So let's go over to my eBay. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down to scan cards. Alright, so I got a stack here. I got a couple varieties, and I'm going to try some wrestling cards as well. Maybe I'll try non-sport. It's probably going to tell me negative on that one, but maybe it's worth a try anyways. First up, beautiful Albert Pujols from 2017, Topps Chrome. This is why I said I like it. So as of right now, I have a table at a big show in Raleigh, North Carolina, coming up January 3rd and 4th. I'll be there all weekend. So because of that, I got to prep some cards. I got stuff to get ready to fill the table up so I can move some product and just enjoy it. So I'll show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to use this feature to help me out on those days. Sorry for the movement. I'm actually just holding this in my hands. Alright, let's scan this pic of this Pujols. Here's the magic dust, as I like to call it, and let's get a price. First, it matches your card. This one is a refractor, so it does give you some other parallels. Down below, there's some numbered stuff. First card is what we have. Click it. Here's your median sold price. It gives you the last 3 months. So last one sold November 20th for $1.99 with free shipping. So for me, I would have thought this one would have been a little more, but I'm usually surprised when I get on here. So now I know kind of a range, and you can actually change the let's check the actives too. So 259, that's basically the same because the 69 cent shipping. So about a $2.50 to $3 card. So now I know now we can, like I said, you can go right here and change that to a year of solds, and it's 189. It gives you your peak and all that good stuff here. There's all your different ones. So now I know that if I am going to take this card to the show, or if I'm going to list on eBay, obviously I got a price idea. Me, if I'm putting this one on eBay, like I said, I thought this would probably be a $3 card, but I was wrong. I was wrong again. I would probably just put it for $2.49 and roll with that. So $2.49 on eBay. This would probably just go in my dollar box, unless I want to list it for $2. And if I wanted to do it for $2, I could. What I do with those is I put a little, write a 2, stick it on the side of the card on the sleeve, and then I'll add that to my prices marked box. But more than likely now this would just be a dollar box card if I was taking it to the show. So next one up, 2017 again, Topps Chrome. And I just grabbed from a stack of cards I have here that I run through to list on eBay usually, or like I said, prepare for a show. That's randomly grabbed them from the stack. Let's go with this Buster Posey insert. Beautiful card. Probably the $2 range again. And this is the base insert. Here's the other different parallels and different ones. So first one, yeah, $1.38. Last sold 47 cents. I'm sure there's some shipping in that. Wow, 25-cent shipping. So somebody got to steal one, and somebody lost money. So to sell a card on eBay for what, 72 cents? Yeah, you're not going to make much there. Maybe they bought a lot more cards. I hope for that seller's sake they did. Anyways, like I said, I would have thought this was a $2.49 type listing. Just in my head, there's $1.50. So yeah, for this one, instead of listing on eBay for, $1.99, $1.75, whatever I'd go with, because the actives there's $1.74, and on a price like that I'm gonna make like 50 cents. I'll just put a dot on this Buster Posey card I have. I dot stickers on it. I'll put the dot on the corner and throw that in my dollar box. And if somebody grabs a stack, I'll offer them a deal on it, obviously. So beautiful card. Shame some of those go for $1. Here's a Shohei Ohtani from Topps Finest. Another beautiful card. I think this is 2020. Let's scan this one. There's our Magic Fairy Dust. This is just a base, 2020. Card number 40. Let's check it out. Ungraded. So medium sold price, $2.99. If it was a PSA 10, 4 sold, average would be $42.55, and a 9 would be $30. So this one wouldn't be a great one to grade to make money on. I mean, you can make a little bit, but not much, because the time you grade it, yeah, wouldn't be worth it. Last one sold auction, December 8th, a couple days ago, $1.99 free shipping. There's a $3 one. There's $3.99 plus $8 shipping, 5 quantity. Okay, so this is about a $3 card. It's just base, yeah. So $3 card. So now I know that if I'm pricing this not only for eBay, for listing purposes, I could price it for $2.99, $3.49. If you're running a coupon, you want to bump it up a little bit, maybe the $3.49, and that covers a little bit of that coupon, but they still get a good deal on it. But if I'm taking it to a show, now I know that this Ohtani can be listed in my prices marked box for $3. You know, $2, whichever one you go with. I'll probably do 3 on it. So it also helps you run through stacks of cards pretty quickly, because I can do it faster. I'm doing it for the purpose of video. I've definitely slowed it down. It helps you to prepare for a card show. So if you're setting up a table, this feature is awesome. Some of the cards I already know, just because I do cards. I can look at them and be like, that's a $1 card. This is a $quarter card. This one's probably $2. This one might be 3. When you've been doing cards a while, trust me, you kind of have that I know an idea of prices. But some of these parallels and some of the stuff that's numbered, you have no idea. It's better to just scan it, look it up. And I'm pretty sure in my last, let's look at this mosaic of Big Head Dan Marino. So this is Mosaic Prism. Medium sold price $1.25. So big money here. Free shipping $1.25 on a Mosaic Prism Dan Marino. I would have thought another surprise for me. Well, here's a base for $1.79, $1.89 for the Mosaic. I would have thought on this one it would have been a $2.99 type listing. And Marino sells pretty well, so now I know that this Marino parallel could go in the $1 box for me, or I can list it on eBay for a couple bucks. Next one up, so I did grab some different parallels. This card is a beautiful card, Frank Gore. It's a parallel from, what year is this, 2014 Prism? Yeah, 2014 Prism. I gave you a preview of the next one. It's numbered to 99, there's your number. Beautiful parallel, love the card. Let's take a look at the value. There's our Magic Dust again. Yeah, it's number 99, so light blue wave prism, first card. It does have a blue tint to it. So the medium price, $6.12. Last sold on auction actually a couple days ago, December 9th. $6.19 plus almost $4 shipping, so almost $10. And let's see what the active is. There's one active right now for $30. He's probably not going to sell that one, as this is more the range. That last one went for bid auction, so that gives you a better idea. So this card for me would probably be around it's a cool card. I like the card, so the thing about that is if I'm taking this to a show, I don't have to sell it. I probably won't take it to the show. I might hang on to it for myself. Gore obviously is going to be a Hall of Famer. I would put it in for $10. It's a $10 card. So that's just my opinion. If I throw it on eBay, I'll probably do the same. But I think that one will stay in the PC. So just an example, that was a number to 99, 2014 Prism. Pulled that right up, got an idea of a price. Gives me an idea for show listings. Let's look at this orange Mosaic Josh Allen. It's from a couple years ago. Beautiful card. And like I said in the other video, if you're doing these for eBay listings, obviously I just took a pic of the card. It's not the best pic in the world. Also, I don't have a pic of the back. So it's easier to go ahead and have those pics in your gallery already, or you've already taken them, and then you can list them from there. It does give you the specs. Like I said, this is Mosaic Reactive Orange. And a lot of the words you don't know. I don't know every word of these parallels, like Reactive Orange, Atomic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So now with this feature, I do know. So also, here we go with the price. PSA 10, and this card one sold for $70. And the average ungraded cost is $4.13. Last one on auction, $5 shipping, went for $3.25. There's one for $18. Investment card, big investment here on the parallel. Rare investment. Yeah, it's not super rare, I promise, but to each their own. That did net them $18, so I guess it worked, but I won't be doing all that. Here we go, $4. So I would think about a $5 card, in my opinion. $6.50 on auction on October 17th. Obviously, if you run that on auction, it's going to depend on his week. If he has 400 passing yards and 12 touchdowns, yes, it might sell for a rare investment card price of $18. This one, though, with the PSA 10 being $70 sold, if the card's clean, which usually they are in this type of condition with these moderns, yeah, that'd be a card you'd want to grade. I mean, if you get a 10, I mean, a 9, you're going to make your money back, I'm sure, but you get a 10 and you sell it for $70, yeah, you made some money there. But now I know that if I'm taking this to the card show, I can list it for about $5. Or I could write rare investment opportunity and list it for 20. To each their own, like I said, but gives me a good idea. Now this one's another numbered card. I'm gonna run through this a little quicker because it's taking 20 years to go through these. This one's numbered to 99 on Dominguez. Pretty cool card. Jeez, I'm trying. There we go. That's better. All right. See what we get on this one. Magic Dust, do your work. Chartreuse. Yep. $2.99. First card come up. This is 2024 Topps Brooklyn Collection Dominguez. Let's see what we got on this one. Average price $5. December 6th auction. Not a good time to run an auction on baseball for insider info there. Unless it's Shohei Ohtani or somebody like that. So somebody got this card for $250 basically on auction. Season comes around, he hits 3 home runs in spring training. Guess what? You sell it for probably a lot more. $10, $15. So yeah, this one a little earlier on. You see the prices are different here in October with baseball going on. $6.50. Let's go over to active. What I figured, $10.99, $19.99. There's PSA 10 for $80. Obviously, if you got a 10, this wouldn't be a bad card to grade if you think it is. But if I'm taking it to a card show, I would probably... Actually, I probably wouldn't take it right now. But if I was, I'd probably list it for, $10. Somebody offered me $7, I'd probably take it. But that's not probably what I'm going to do with that one for now. I'll wait till baseball season. So... And the last cards I was going to try is, and I don't know if this is going to scan, I haven't tried already, but alright, we got some wrestling cards. So I got some retro wrestling cards. Hulk Hogan sticker card from 1985. Pretty cool. Titan Sports. Let's see what happens. Magic, does it work today? It does. There you go. And there's the actual Hulk Hogan rookie card. I have one of those in my collection. So for the ungraded sticker card, wow, if you get a PSA 10 in this sucker, you would be making bank. PSA 9 one sold for $160. Well, an 8 was $40. Ungraded, this is about 16 sold. It's about a $10 card. Last one on auction didn't do so well. There's a 12, another 10. So yeah, and then the active, 8. Yeah, about a $10 card. So now I know I'm heading to the show. I can use this to scan wrestling cards as well. This 85 Hulk Hogan sticker, $10 card. Put it in my prices mark box. Try some more wrestling. I was actually thinking the vintage wrestling would not work, but lo and behold, it did. Now I want to try some other stuff real quick before I end the video. Let's try this cool Undertaker card. This is 2018 Topps. It's just a base, but it's 1996 Evolution of the Undertaker. So yeah, 99 cents. So not much on this one. That's the last sale, September 25th, about $1.75. And current listed ones are about $2. Typical, it's an Undertaker base card, but it's a cool one. So being I like the Undertaker, I'll probably hang on to it, but otherwise I'd probably just throw it in a dollar box. Or, maybe a surprise card in a quarter box for somebody, but I'm not throwing that in a quarter box. I'll hang on to it. Last one up, Modern Wrestling Liv Morgan insert. Do this one quickly. Actually, I think it's an insert. I might be wrong. Slam Attacks 2021 WWE Slam Attacks. Yeah, a couple bucks. Liv Morgan usually gets a little more money for her stuff. Yeah, there's one listed for about $3-4 bucks. Yeah, $3.79, $3.99. So you could throw this in your, Price's Mart box, $2, because that's about what you're gonna end up getting if you sell it on eBay, or you can just throw it on eBay. So a fun one there. Let's try some non-sport. Let me look around. Stranger Things. Let's see. What character do I have here? Let's try Ted. Everybody loves Ted Wheeler, right? Ted Wheeler. Let's try him. Stranger Things. This is the first set they came out with from Topps. I think it was 2018. Scan a single sport trading card to continue. So yeah, still haven't got here on these. It's all good, but the features are working out pretty well, and I'm enjoying the scanning ability, especially now that I've ramped up to doing some shows. It's really helped me out. I'm gonna try one more just because I'm sitting here yakking. This is a case hit, Bobby Miller from Chrome. Let's just see what it does on that one. This one's in a top loader. But like I said, you go through this feature, you can use it to scan your cards, list them, get them ready for your show, get them ready for eBay. Like I said, with the don't see this one, but you can go to review similar matches here at the bottom, and there you go. $0 auction. All right, nice. So free card. One listed here, Radiating Rookies, for $50. There's one listed for 45. There's 20. Okay, so this price is all over the place, but you can do that also on this feature if you don't see it. Let's check this sold and see what it says. I'm interested now. $5.50 on an auction. It said 0 on that one, but I can go right to it here and sell one like this. It's got my information. I would have to update my card pick. I'm not going to use what I just took for the scan, and then all my other stuff's ready to go here. Gives me all the little details. If you have a description ready to go, then you're good there, which I would recommend to make your listing easier. So just another little breakdown of how you can also use the eBay scan feature. Instead of just listing cards for eBay, you can actually use it to help you price cards for shows. If you're going to buy a collection from somebody, I've had people give me, hey, I got these cards, would you like to buy them? I can now take my phone and just scan. I can actually hold them up by hand and scan them. I don't have to lay them on a table or anything. I can hold them up, scan them, get an idea of prices, then that way I can make an offer that's worth my money and worth my time, and worth money to them and their time. So really helps with that. So I definitely would recommend using it in your phone. Like I said, I don't know the different types of scans that for each app, for every kind of phone they have. Apps are different, but it's definitely a pretty cool feature. Big step up by eBay, and I've been using it and it's been pretty impressive. So thank you guys for tuning in again. Like and subscribe if you dig, and I will be back with some more content soon. Take care, guys. Happy holidays.